Okay, welcome. Today, we're going to be putting on an oil cooler. We got some of that Forge Performance, and we got a liquid-to-liquid oil cooler. If I can get this freaking out the damn box. So we got some of that going on there. We got to put this on where the oil filter goes. We got to replace our lower radiator hose with this Johnny. And then we got to connect them both with these Johnnies. Thank goodness it's quick disconnects. Also, we are going to be putting on Brembo brakes on the front. 4-piston track pack version, or I guess they came on the GT500 as well. And I'll be getting those for a measly $500, which is actually a halfway decent deal for the calipers, the pads, and the rotors. We're going to need new fluid and a new dust shield on top of that. And then it'll be plug and play. And we're going to have brakes. We're going to have an oil cooler. So let's get straight to it. I went ahead and pulled the air box out because of that devil clip right back there that you cannot get to from the bottom because the subframe's in the way. So quick little PSA here. I might have brain damage because that coolant hose definitely was on the outside of the subframe, and I did not realize that until after messing with that for almost 45 minutes straight trying to get that clip out, when I could have just went under the car, moved the horn out of the way, and then I would have been able to see that it was right there. So yeah, so we're just gonna skip all that. So I decided I was gonna actually drain the coolant into my professional coolant holding device because I really don't feel like dumping coolant all over myself in this 40-degree weather. And not a ridiculous amount of time later, but I got it out. So here's our old one, here's our new one. You can clearly see the difference between these two. This is where our coolant is going to flow and then throw through our flow. Gosh dang it, can I speak for real? Flow through our heater block that goes on the oil filter location down there. It's pretty much plug and play. I might have to do some trimming, but I doubt it. And just throw that baby straight on, and then we can go ahead and move on to the oil side of things and then just connect the lines. Theoretically, I'm making this sound really easy, but I know I'm going to encounter something that's stupid and hard. Wish me luck, bruh. I mean, it is a Ford after all.
One eternity later.
I finally have the coolant hose. It's hard to tell, but the oil cooler lines have been rooted up above the subframe here, and they're kind of dangling right here. You can see the ends of them and where they're going to hook into the radiator hose right there. So now all that's left, I broke it loose. It's a giant Allen key in there for this little piece that holds on the oil filter, and you just unscrew this because the oil cooler has an extended version of this. Because the oil cooler replaces where the oil filter goes right there, you hook the oil filter up onto the bottom side of the oil cooler. So you need a longer one of these, which I have right here. As you can tell, is a decent amount longer to incorporate the thickness of the oil cooler right there. You gotta finagle the oil cooler up in there through here and hook up those lines, thread it all into place, and then hook up those lines up there and fill it with coolant. And honestly, that should be it, other than changing the oil. So I still haven't done that yet. And there is the oil cooler in, oil filter on the oil cooler. Then I know there's not really any. It is the next morning. My phone literally froze, so that's why that last clip was cut off. And it is still cold as shit out here. But I got everything buttoned up and everything down there is chilling. I'm gonna put a little bit more coolant in it. We're gonna go ahead for a first start, and hopefully it doesn't leak, because if it leaks, that's gonna be devastation nation, because we're going to Cafe and Octane this Sunday. Today is Friday, so if it leaks, we're gonna have big problems. All right, I primed it last night. I'm gonna prime it one final time before I go ahead and give it a start. Doesn't appear to be anything leaking. We'll go for a first start. I can't lie, I'm a little nervous. This thing does house the two most important fluids for the engine. So if it gets messed up and it leaks everywhere, that's gonna be a problem. It actually appears to not be leaking, at least catastrophically. I gotta turn the heat on so we can bleed the coolant out completely. All right, I've double, triple, quadruple, quintuple checked everything. Everything seems to be not leaking, and I've decided that I really need a cold air intake. That sounds great. I need a cold air intake, stat. She's on the ground. Let's go for a ride. Oh, they want to race. Oh, he wants to race. Oh, yeah. to say it seems to be working. If it's just dumping out on the ground right now, I don't really know, but I did stop to check a minute ago and it seems to be doing fine. Oh, there's a lady right there. I guess it's Brembo time. All right, so here we are. Basically, exactly what I'm saying right now is what's happening. We got this caliper hanging right here. You're supposed to show the caliper. It's leaking brake fluid. It wasn't doing that 2 seconds ago until I plugged the hole. So now the hole is plugged and now it's leaking. That don't make no damn sense, but whatever. And we're gonna paint it. We're gonna prime it. Then we're gonna paint it black. I got white Brembo stickers and we're gonna throw it on that shoddy. And hopefully be stopping. I got steel braided brake lines too, so she tight for real. How is there that much fluid in there? Oh, now it's just even worse. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna have to wait for that to drip dry.
Does that mean lunch?
Oh, maybe.
Do I get paid for this?
No.
Alright. You zesty fuck.
What? I'm just shaking the paint, for real. It's time. Base coat, alright? This isn't fully primed, like the back is still kind of, but I mean, it's the back, so like.
It's fine.
If you look at the ground though, we're about to be in the sun, so we gotta hurry this up. You're not supposed to paint in direct sunlight if you didn't know.
You're not a professional painter,
Exactly,
shut up.
that's what I'm saying. We're professionals.
Don't point it at me.
Yeah.
Oh, that does lady. Nice and thick. Way I like it. Thick Latina girl. Double cheeked up on a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah. Potent.
It is. It's very
That's that ceramic in it, I guess. Good Lord.
I don't like the way it smells.
Crazy.
Dude, Chick-fil-A and spray paint, they don't mix.
I don't think you're supposed to breathe spray paint at any point in the day.
Oh, can you breathe spray paint in?
That's a tack coat
Oh,
right
that's
there,
kind of
brother.
thin right there, boy.
I know, it's supposed to be. Tack coat. It's a tack coat.
I ain't getting tacky enough, though.
Wait, laddie. You tacky as hell. What the hell?
Anyway, we need to film the vertical.
What? Turn that shit. Yo.
Yo, that looks good, dude.
Yo, that's a gulp, bro. Stop! That's a gulp! I hear you sipping. Backsloshing and everything. What the hell? That looks alright. I mean, I ain't a painter or nothing,
I
but
see
like.
a bunch of imperfections.
Like, back it up a little.
Right.
You freaking filming vertical. How did you manage that? I'm flipping editing. Asshole. Look at down here though, like right there specifically. Don't push my hand into it. Yeah, okay.
Oh,
Big
my
chill.
bad.
Chill. If you're gonna do that, do it on the back side.
Right before it dries, it's gonna slip off.
Let's see, I got the Brembo sticker right here. No, I don't.
90% of the time, I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about.
Look at that.
Wow, it's so
There's
good.
a slight run. Bro, oh my gosh. It's a slight run right there. You can barely even see it on camera.
It's really noticeable in person, though.
No, it's not. Brembo sticker gonna go on. It's actually gonna look alright. What's with the camera angles,
So
bro?
you can see what it looks
Okay, that's not alright. I still gotta put clear coat on it. So I'm gonna let this tack up and I'm gonna gingerly, I'm gonna sit this sticker on there, press it down. Hey, we really gotta let it dry for a little bit. Press it down and then we clear coat over the sticker so the sticker doesn't get like faded or stained or come off or whatever.
Yeah, that run's becoming real noticeable.
I ain't gonna lie, a lot of the dust from the driveway is blowing on here, but it just makes it look like it's metallic. Let's do a side by side. This is a factory OEM FOMO coat, and like, look, granted, this probably got 8 million miles on it, but I mean, come on, bro.
Honestly, that one looks better.
All right.
I'm speaking for the whole lot of us, all right?
Speaking for nobody, you speaking for yourself and your tight booty cakes, bro. Ain't nobody talking to you.
What?
Like, what? Part 2, I got the inside taped off. We got it all sanded and it's ready for primer. I'm only gonna prime the bare metal parts and then we're gonna hit it with some base coat, clear coat, and I don't think I need to film all that because I just showed you the whole process. So we'll come back when it's done. Boom. Just like that. Painted. It looked good for real. Oh, boom, Brembos are baking in the sun. So pop this wheel off. We're gonna take these brakes off. Honestly, I really don't even think that those brakes are gonna last that long. I really think that the paint is just gonna come off. Like, it's still real soft and everything. Granted, it's only a couple days later, but I think they're gonna look like crap is what I think, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna put them on anyway, because either way, even if they look like crap, they're still gonna be better than this hot junk that's on here, so it don't matter. So we're gonna get it sorted, and if they start looking like junk in the future, I'll just save up a couple bucks, get them sandblasted, tear them apart, rebuild them, get a powder coated, probably a nice blue is what I'm thinking. Either that or I'll just go back to black. Let's get started. Boom, wheels off, everything's accessible. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this brake line off. We're gonna pop these two caliper bolts off, take the actual caliper itself out, pop the two big old bolts down in there out, and take the bracket out, pop the rotor off, and this junk will finally be off the car, hopefully for good. Junk rotor off, new rotor on. Let's see a size comparison. Not tiny, not terrible. It's about, I think it's an inch or inch and a half thicker in diameter. Anyway, it's on. As you can tell, some dumbass painted it. That was me. And then our brake, we should clean all this up. I've been told this can glaze over pads, putting paint on here and then braking. I don't know if that's true. A lot of the crap you hear on the internet is hot junk. So I'm just gonna do it anyway, take the risk. Hopefully I'm not wrong, because I got Hawk blue pads on there and they're not cheap. I'm gonna wash my hands, get all this crap off them, and handle the new brakes and see what happens.
Want a lady in the street, but a freak in the bed that say,
"90% of the time, I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about."